who do I got in the building with me today, man? Come on.
Crew.
Man, the Yardable. Man, what is the Yardables? What is that about, man? Talk to me real quick.
I know what Yardable's about.
And Yardables is a community event for Jackson. It is for boxing. It's for people to get out there and throw these hands and put those guns down. It's summertime, so I know people's heads is getting hot. I know people's tempers is rising, but we out here promoting for people to actually put the guns down and actually squash beef like we did back in the day when we was young.
Gloves up, you know. But we also promoting for all local artists and all local businesses in the area. So, you know, if you got something you want to say, you got a message you want to speak to the world, come out to Yardable and let people know. If you got a business you doing, you got a service, you braid hair, you cut hair, you know, come to Yardables. We trying to put on for everybody, trying to let people know what Jackson got, you know. So.
All right. So how did the whole movement, guns down, hands up? You know, how did that come about, man? Where did that come from?
Man, I mean, the movement started way back. How long?
I was gonna say 4th and Carlton. That was 2010.
Yeah, that started way back. Yeah, that's crazy. In 2010 now. That's crazy. We getting old, but yeah, it's been way back when, you know, when you chilling with your homies or whatever you doing, you know, and people get to talking crazy or something. Somebody be like, and you out of pocket. That's a yardable offense. I should take you to the yard. You feel me? Instead of shooting you or doing something crazy, we just gonna box, get it out the way, shake up, and we're gonna go back to chilling like we was. But you know, sometimes you just gotta get that release, and you know that's what Yardable is all about, just getting that release.
Now y'all in y'all third Yardables, and y'all reached out to a special, you know, somebody in the house, man. And you know, who was that, man?
You know, we definitely reached out to our DJs. You know, Sherrod.
ENS Entertainment.
Okay, talk to me real quick. And why did you decide to go with you know, these people?
Well, for one, you know, that's pretty much fam, you know. Been rocking since the dirt days, playground days, you know, running up through Johnson Street, running, you know, at the Rotary Park, you know, just getting it in. And, you know, I just wanted to keep it Jackson. I wanted to keep it, you know, love. So I didn't want to outsource to nobody else, you know. I just wanted to keep it in-house and all about Jackson, you know, because they got something they got going on. And I want, you know, everybody in Jackson to know, like, hey, they holding it down with the sounds and entertainment. They keep everything rocking right, so.
And they definitely held it down. That boy was juking.
Good vibes, all that. You seen the reviews, great vibes. People loved it.
Now, Evelyn, how did you feel when these young men reached out to you to DJ this event?
I felt honored, that to be a part of something so positive, which is very much needed in Jackson. Been trying to do it, be a positive role model all my life. So this is something I definitely feel positive, feel motivated, and definitely want to be a part of.
Okay, now Evelyn, you're really known for your basketball skills from way back in the day. Can you let people know about that? They really don't really know too much about you.
Oh, okay. I went to Jackson High. Baddest basketball team ever.
Hey.
And went to Eastern for a little while. My sons also went there.
All right.
My son, he's also a DJ. I'm Sweetie. And went to Spring Arbor, won a national championship.
Hey.
Point guard.
That's what's up. Yes. I didn't even know that. That's what's up.
Player of the year in basketball and in track.
Hey, that's what's up.
But I'm older.
I was about to say, so how did you get in the passion of music and DJing?
That's also a passion of mine. Basketball and music go hand in hand for me. So once I graduated, I started DJing around town, local, and then I made a business out of it and been going strong ever since.
All right. Now, give me some of your thoughts. How did you, what did you experience when you was DJing at this event?
Oh man, it was all kind of feelings. Took me way back for a minute of how we used to do. We used to just get in the yard, play the music, people come out and enjoy it and go home. No fighting, you know, all the ruckus. It's just a wonderful time. And so that's what it reminded me of so much, to see all the people come, all ages at that, come out and enjoy themselves. Wonderful.
Yeah, I forgot we had the youngest in the ring. Not just only be for, you know, the adults. You know, we definitely wanted to be for the kids too. You know, we had a couple third and fourth graders getting out there, a couple sixth graders, you know, middle school at Parkside, shout out. Well, you know, we had a couple of my eighth graders out there too. It was getting in the ring and, you know, they just show heart, you know, and that's really what it's all about, just to show, like, you can use your hands and settle a dispute or just for fun, you know, and shake up. And, you know, we all brothers, you know, that's what the community we gotta bring everybody together in the community instead of putting each other down, you know. So, you know, whether we fight, you know, whatever the case may be, we still unite as one, you know, in the community. So that's what makes us stronger, and that's what we're trying to get back to.
Definitely a positive message. Not to dwell on the down so much. How did it feel, you know, having a so positive event like that to early in the afternoon, a young man being killed at the AutoZone?
Me being so personally close to the actual shooter of the event, I just wanted to voice out, you know, my condolences for both families. You know, two people were taken from their family that day. That isn't something that we want to see in this community. It was such a gut-wrenching feeling before I even knew who was involved, knowing that we are holding this event where these two young men could have actually came here and settled their dispute, shook hands, and lived to fight another day. You know, there are people who are losing family members, dads, brothers, cousins, uncles, because of senseless gun violence when we have such a positive thing going on. And to hear that somebody was shot and killed just hours before our event just made me feel like this event is needed more. It actually sparked more of a fire inside of me to make things keep going. And it made me feel like this is what we needed to do. Because without this, there could have been countless shootings. There could be countless murders. And people that came up to us said, do this every week, do this every other weekend. Kids need to get out here and stop the senseless killing. It made me feel like there is a purpose and that we're actually fulfilling it. Instead of just putting up rope in the backyard and swinging at each other, it's actually doing good for the community. So knowing that like something like that could be deterred by what we're doing made me feel like we gotta keep going. Like it has to keep getting bigger and bigger to the point where somebody hits us up and says, look, I'm on the verge of killing somebody. I want to put the gloves on instead of taking a life. That is my biggest, for me personally, my biggest goal is to have somebody say, you helped me not take a life by getting in the ring and settling it. Like, I just want people to come there and use that as an outlet instead of actually resorting to that kind of violence.
You know, it's also for people who just want to test themselves, you know. It's people who feel like they're getting older or, you know, don't got the step that they used to anymore. Come out and test yourself against one of these young bucks or against somebody your age. See what you still got. You know, you never know. You could do better than you thought. Because I had a lot of people older who said they wanted to get in the ring, they wasn't sure and stuff like that. And we had that one guy in the crowd.
He was about to kick what's his name?
He wanted to get in the ring. I'm mad he didn't come back, so I wanted to see that because I wanted to see that. But yeah, you know, it's for everybody. Like I said, older
females
people,
too.
Females too.
I'm about to say,
definitely accepting all female fights. So you know,
I'm about to say that's big. That's a big request. Why hasn't it been in the first couple fights?
You know, we just got to get some females more confident enough. You know, it's definitely a lot of them out there that need that fight and is begging for it. But you know, we just need more people to step up and accept the challenge. So you know, if you out there got some scrappy women friend, tag them in the group. We got a Yardables group on Facebook. Come in the group and, you know, set it up. You can do it.
I'm going to be real with you. I think I knew when this event was going to be really something for the city when I seen you post the screenshots of you emailing, who is that, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant Adam Williams.
Okay, talk to me about that,
Lieutenant
man.
Adam Williams, you know, he blessed us, really. I contacted him and asked him if he would provide some type of police presence for us. And, you know, I called him and we had a pretty long conversation, and he told me basically how this was needed. This was needed for the community, and he definitely agreed with the message, and you know he supports it. So that made me feel good, and I'm pretty sure that made the community feel good that the police are aware, you know, that we have a problem. I'm gonna say crisis in the city right now because it's borderline crisis. We got a problem in the city right now, and somebody need to do something about it. Everybody's complaining about it, but nobody's stepping up to do something. So we trying to at least spark a change. if y'all find anything else to do or know anything else to do, like I said at Yardables, let us know. We'll do that. But until then, we're gonna keep doing this, keep providing the community with love and entertainment, and keep going strong.
Oh yeah. Now Evelyn, it's some people, older people nowadays, and I don't know if you've been hearing it. They feel like with this event like this, it promotes violence and stuff like that. Now, how would you try to defend that case?
Come to it. You got to come out and see all the love.
I'm gonna second that.
Mhm.
Because it's a community thing. Like I said, them people need to have our back on making this a good thing completely. Because like I said, it was a nonviolent event, and we made something out of nothing. So people who can criticize it can actually, like she said, put their input into it and make something better out of it. Because the community got your back. As long as you got the community back, we're all here together. We're here fighting this battle together. Like I said, it's borderline crisis. So we want brothers and sisters to be able to come together and make stuff like this happen without it being an issue. So hopefully that's what we're going to get out of this, and we can get the older crowd in there. We need more of them. I challenge the older crowd to come down there and watch. It's good entertainment. There's food down there. The community's there behind you. Why not?
And
Roll
most
that
of your
dice.
kids.
This is our city. That's your side of town.
Yeah.
Right there on Robinson. So,
No,
find out. Come to the Yardables. Why not?
Come to Yardables.
And at what point did you guys know that, like, wow, this event is really going on right now?
Once I seen cars all up and down every block, that's when I knew, like, okay, we doing something. This is pretty crazy. And once I seen that people was, and she had her regular customers, Ray Rob's Chicken, shout out Ray Rob's Chicken, and she had her regular customers coming for the chicken, but they was staying for the event, and that's when I was like, okay, these people, they know nothing about Yardable. They see what we got going on. They staying and they supporting. So, yeah, that's when I knew, like, okay, yeah, we doing something. For sure.
All right, now, reaching out to a company like Evelyn, have you now thought about starting reaching out to vendors to maybe possibly sponsor the event?
I mean, that's in the works. We definitely trying to do that.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've been on the phone with a couple of different kind of companies. I've been on the phone with different gyms to try to, up our game a little bit. They say every year we get a little bit better, the ring looks a little bit better, but we're trying to actually get something really official, something that looks really tight and put together. Trying to get away from the caution tape and string now these days, but I feel like it's such a great message that anybody who doesn't get behind this and put some support with us is missing out on a chance to actually make where they live and where their business is a better place. Companies are always talking about how, oh, there's so much violence, there's so much this, there's so much that, and well, if you're not gonna take the steps to like change that and make a better image, then you're part of the problem. If you're just gonna sit back and watch this city crumble, you're part of the problem. So I challenge every single organization, every gym, every food vendor place, anything. I don't care if you sell diamonds, anything.
Yeah.
Come out, support, put your name out there and say, I'm Jackson and I support this movement. Because we're all Jackson, no matter if you live on the west side, south side, east side, north side, you're Jackson. Put your name on something that is Jackson in a positive light. Because everybody always wants to run around and say, oh, Jackson's full of hood rats, Jackson's full of this, Jackson's full of that. Why don't you say Jackson's full of great people who come together as a community? Jackson's full of people who set aside their differences and build up the community and build up each other as one. Because it's not going to get any better if we just sit back and let things just
like
crumble.
a family, it's small enough where it should feel like it used to feel back in the day, like it's family.
I'm about to say,
Because half of us related. We all related.
Right.
I'm your first, second, and third cousin on your daddy's side and all that. Yeah,
I
we
like
all
the
related.
emphasis that Brian Brown put on it. He said, you know what, we ain't seen no gathering with all of us coming together like this since the Southside reunion. Why does it take something like this?
I was about to say now, how was that feeling like being in one of the roughest neighborhoods and having an event so positive?
Roughest neighborhood.
Yeah, quote unquote roughest neighborhoods,
Yeah.
and have an event with just low minimum, like no violence, nothing like that.
It
Like,
felt great, and it proved the point, like
Yeah.
that the community is strong.
Right.
Regardless of what y'all may think or whatever,
And
y'all
most
might be
people
scared.
wanna
'Cause
do
it was a lot of people in my
positive
inbox saying that they would, support the event, but they didn't know. They was kind of scared. All that. You ain't got nothing to be scared of. It's all love. It's all love. You might even get in the ring and prove something to yourself. You know, that you right here with everybody else. It's family. It's all love. So.
Right. And speaking on like just in that neighborhood, I like that we are policing ourselves. Yes, the officers had their presence, but like they said, at the end of the event, when things kind of got a little out of control, the police backed us. They wanted us to understand that we have the power to make the image that we want. They didn't step in. Nobody got arrested. They didn't put their hands on anybody. They came right up to us and said, "Can you get this under control?" And we said yes. And it dispersed perfectly like I wanted to. I would love it to have finished in a different way, but the fact that we had control of that event in the end, no matter what one person's actions was, no matter what one person tried to do or a group of people tried to do to deteriorate the image that we had, we still had the last say because everybody dispersed under their own will. Everybody went home. Nobody got arrested. Nothing bad happened.
And there wasn't a bunch of trash in the community.
Yep.
Everybody got together and cleaned it
I would
up.
say
And like
10, 20 people with
Man,
trash
it was
bags
like
without even
5, 10
asking.
minutes.
Nobody
Quick.
asked.
that was crazy. So I appreciate that love and support too, for real, because that was so
Still
shocking to
so
me.
love.
I went in the
Alright.
house for a minute and came out. I was like, "Dang, it's clean already. Everything is good."
Yep.
You know, so I
I was
was
handing out
definitely
trash bags.
surprised.
People say, "Hey, give me a trash bag. I see
was
some
dope.
stuff on the curb." You know, and that's the biggest part. Is like people have such an image. Like people have this image stuck in their head of what the South Side is, what that neighborhood is. And I'm sorry, but I refuse to let one person's actions deteriorate what years and years and generations have built for that community. Like, I'm sorry, we got Yardable started to get a better image and get a better message sent out to the world that we control our own destinies and we refuse to get a label put on us. I refuse to let somebody say, "Oh, you're from Jackson, you're trash, you carry a gun, you sell meth to everybody, you do this, you that." No, I'm from Jackson and I promote Jackson businesses and Jackson talent, and I want everybody in my city to thrive just as much as anybody else.
Speaking of Jackson talent, I'm gonna switch lanes real quick. We need more of y'all artists to come out and show love and support too, because there's a lot of talent in the city,
It's a lot
but
of
y'all
talent.
acting like y'all either scared or y'all too good. So I don't know which one it is, but you know, we definitely had shout out to all the artists who did perform, you know, because they definitely came through and showed love and they did their thing. And I'm pretty sure, you know, the crowd listened to a lot of their music, you know, and they got a new appreciation and new respect for some of the local artists. So
We even played a little.
yeah, definitely, y'all definitely playing something in the background, and that was nice. Oh yeah, and it was
My man's
somebody.
from
It was
Detroit.
yep. Shout out to my man's from Detroit.
Came
I
out
wish
of nowhere.
I'm
Came
sorry I
out of
don't know
nowhere.
his name, but he came out and you know he said he heard about the event. He ain't know nobody there, but he did his thing. Did he perform? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Did he perform 1 or 2 songs? Two?
He had one song had me. I was feeling. I was bouncing a little bit. Shoulders got to moving.
Hey.
Shoulders got to moving.
Hey, I knew the event was serious when I seen somebody out there with a ankle monitor on.
Yeah.
That
I said
was
that
so
I'm finna
crazy.
risk going to jail to see them do
And
their
he
thing.
I
almost
didn't
got the
know.
ring. I was talking to him. He said he was thinking about it, but he was like, nah. Too many cameras out. Got the
Man.
He wouldn't do all that. But yeah, shout out to you.
It's important. It's important for our community.
Yeah, for real.
So you know, next turnout, be ready.
I about to say, speaking of that, where do you see Yardable's going from here?
Man.
No limit up.
Possibilities are
Yardable's sport.
Yardable's forward.
I was
Be
gonna
on the
say,
lookout.
promote that.
Mid-August. We ain't gonna give y'all the date yet. Just know mid-August.
I was
Look
gonna
out for
say,
it.
shoot, first Yardables, well, we had 10 people in caution tape.
Man,
Second Yardables, maybe 40,
maybe.
30, 40 people. Still caution tape. The polls is a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just great love. This one, 100 plus.
Like,
I mean,
borderline
it's
200.
That was
That's-
in the yard.
And that was just
yeah, that
in
was
the
in the
yard.
yard. Yeah.
Right.
Like we
Those
shut
people-
down we shut down like at least 4 or 5 blocks with
If you
cars.
look down the blocks, there was people sitting on stoops all day.
Yeah,
It's
and
probably
that- and
about
that's the
300
thing, like,
viewers.
Yeah, it
Real
was
talk.
close to 300, and that's not counting everybody that was viewing it live. Shout out to y'all too.
Yeah,
And that's the
People
thing,
was
like,
definitely watching everywhere because there was so many different cameras from so many different angles. Everybody
So many
going live,
lives.
so you know the message definitely is gonna spread and it's gonna get stronger.
Which reminds us, everybody who has footage, any type of footage, I don't
Yeah.
care if you have it on your flip phone, on your little daughter's flip phone, we need it sent to
We need
our,
all the footage.
like we need it sent to our emails and our direct like messengers. Like it can't be posted on the
On
page because
Facebook,
we can't
do
save
nothing
it
with
that way.
Can't
We're
do
trying
nothing
to
with it.
like cultivate and collect all that and make it a really good footage just for the future's coming because we want everybody in the world to know about Yardables. We don't want to just keep it to ourselves. We want everybody to understand Jackson is coming together and we're coming up. We're growing out of the rock, like the dirt and mounds and everything.
Yardable's movie coming soon.
It's going to be there. And that's the thing. Like, it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I would have never thought punching your brother would spark something. There you go.
There we go. Man, come on, man.
He got in that ring and he sparked the fire. I mean, it all started just a little trash talk and a little bit positive thinking. Next thing you know,
here you go.
200 people back in the community.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Outside of Yardables, what do you guys got going on? Anything else?
Shoot, I'm reffing, you know. shout out MHSAA, you know, we reffing basketball games. I'm doing a little bit of everything. Shout out Parkside, you know, my youngins. Like I said, you know, we football coaching. Football season coming up soon. 8th graders, look out for us. We coming out strong.
I'm about to say, Alan, how can people find you if they need you?
You can find me on Facebook, you know, Alan Anderson. You can find me on Twitter, XMSKid28. And that's about it. I ain't give y'all nothing.
Kendall, what about you, man?
Pretty much outside of that, I'm a self-proclaimed personal trainer. I do got at least 7 people that I'm training to do what they need to do. I'm more of a strength conditioner, but I do work with some of the pageant girls for the Rose pageants, Rose Queens and everything. So, I mean, if you're trying to get your body right, I mean, he's calisthenics. He helped me with a little calisthenics. If you want to do some muscle-ups and run a mile, that's him. But I'm all about moving big things from this location to another. So I'll get your body right. I mean, I'm all over social media. I mean, I'm KBreeze3, KBREEZ3, all over Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Kendall Brown on Facebook. I mean, like I said, but if you really want to be right in the midst of the action for Yardables, definitely go get on Facebook, get in the Yardables group.
Yardables Fight Group on Facebook.
Yep. I mean, get in there, throw your name in there, just have some fun. I mean, we got people in there, they throw their weight, they height, they get a matchup just like that. I mean, but the biggest thing I want to tell everybody is don't back out. Because it's not as much as just messing up just the rotation. This is about, you know, bringing everybody together and promoting the best of the best. We want to see you get out there and be the best you can be. So don't get out there and talk trash all over online and then back out and then try to do some action outside of the event. Nope. If you have beef with somebody, call them out, bring them to the yard. But we always promote handshakes after. Like that is our biggest thing. We always want you to know that it's all love no matter what. If you got beef with somebody, squash it there. Yep. But we want, if you watch the footage from every single fight, there has not been one fight that nobody shook hands after. Win, lose, draw, you shake hands because you respect that person. Yeah. If you won, you're respecting that person for getting in the ring with you. If you lost, you're respecting that person for
teaching you a lesson.
Letting you know that
get better.
Maybe my hands aren't as edited as I thought they
you
was.
Get better, you know, because that's all it is. You know, you got to get better every day as a person.
Laptop VM89 fan.
Yeah, you just get better. That's the message we want everybody to know. Get better and love your community.
Now, Evelyn, Sherrod, where can we find you guys at?
So you can find me on Snapchat or Facebook, ENS Entertainment, Snapchat, Skibo Lottie, SKIBO. LOTTI. Skibo Lottie. Got more But yeah, man, check us out. We're going to be there every time. We're only going to get bigger, like we said. More performances, we need more of you artists.
And if you need some DJs, we're here.
I'm about to say, Evelyn, how can the people reach out to you?
Facebook, our Facebook page, or Evelyn Sisson, DJ Sweetie.
ENS Entertainment.
All right, y'all. I really appreciate y'all coming on, man, and appreciate y'all for y'all time, man.
Thank you.
All right, yeah.